Here we go, guys. All right. Welcome to episode 3 of, give me one sec, Living Life and Making Dreams Possible since 2000. What's up? It's me, back at it again. And let's get it started. So I think I'm going to title this episode by the following quote. If someone offers you an amazing opportunity, but you are not sure you can do it, say yes, then learn how to do it later. That one is by Richard Branson, founder of Virgin Galactic Virgin Group, and also the founder of. He also just started a space company, which is kind of interesting. He really wants to bring like space travel, like how we take a flight from New York to Chicago. So I guess we're excited to see what the future holds, and wish him the best of luck. So I think, in spite with this conversation, um, he had a dream and he's making it possible. So I think we're gonna make that the theme of today's episode: opportunity, and always trying at something. So yeah, we could continue this conversation with him. Like the Virgin Galactic Group actually wasn't a thing 2 years ago. Neither was I'm just trying to think what's another great startup. Snowflake, that made recent news for cloud computing. Um, what else could I think of? A ton of examples. Let me Google. No, that was definitely a thing 2 years ago. But it wasn't a thing 20 years ago. I'm trying to think. Uber wasn't a thing 20 years ago. So I think this is the land of opportunity and just growing to what you're meant to do in this world. So we'll follow it up with some inspirational quotes, and I guess that will be our podcast for today. So I think the point I'm trying to make, the general theme is like always try, and I guess you'll see what happens. And that could be as simple as seeing a pretty girl at a bar and be like, "Hey, how's it going?" You never know where that could go. That could be like a best friend. Try and that could be a best friend that you would not have made if you were shy. What do you have to lose? She says no. All right, so then it is what it is. But at least you know that at the end of the day that you tried to say hi to a girl. That's just one example. Another could be following up a passion that you don't think could do anything. But at the end, if it makes you happy, why would you not want to do it? You know? My like new thing that I just started to do, which I had no idea that I was like good at, was running. So that was just like, and that's just something I started doing. And that was just an opportunity that I made possible. No one gave that to me, and I expanded on it, and now I just feel like I have to run. It's just so much fun. It helps me clear my head during my busy schedule. So I think that's a great, opportunity that was given to me that I had the time to do it. So going back to the example, so like, okay, so another opportunity we could be, you know, just being yourself. I feel like the opportunity to be yourself is so rare because I feel like a lot of people are afraid of being themselves. Now, this could be from, family, friends, school. Maybe you don't want to be yourself, but maybe you want to do like a fake face for other people. But at the end of the day, I feel like you're only lying to yourself. One example could be maybe you don't like, hmm, I'm trying to think what would be a great example. What do you not like to, maybe you don't like maybe the personality. Maybe you change your personality because of people. I think we're all a little guilty of it, but I think some people just take it to the extremes, you know? Like when they're with their friends and they try hardly to impress them. But like if you have to be someone that you're not to impress some other people that you're with, are they really your true friends? And then I think that's like the opportunity of like you growing as the person that you want to be or that you're supposed to be. You know, maybe you have to go through that rough patch, in your life to grow to be the person at the end. And then when you're at that spot, you're like, wow, I can't believe I was that person before. But I think that's all part of the human experience of like growth and development. No one's born out perfect when they're like 15, 16, even like 25. Yeah, so I think you have to go through like phases of your life to end up where you want to be. But I do see a lot of people trying to oppress other people. And my thought about that is it really worth it? I mean, you know, do you really want to impress these people that, you think you're really good friends with, but at the end of the day, not you know, they're not really your true friends then. And I see that, whether that be a new group of like, you had a falling out and you like try making new friends and stuff, but you just want to fit in so much, but at the end of the day, you really just don't have anything you want to talk to them about. That's just one example. And we could talk about, but that also gives you the opportunity to grow. Like if you gotta like, get rid of some fake people in your life, so be it. Your true friends will stick around you. And that's how you know they're true friends. I think you got to go through a lot to, they've seen you at your highest and lowest and they're still with you. And I think that's like kind of great. That's what I think true friendship is the meaning. The meaning of true friendship is you got their back, they got yours. And it's hard to find a good group of friends. I'm not saying I have a really good group of friends, but I'm just saying like genuine people that care about like you succeeding. Come on. How great is that? And, I think I had like I had to find them, but it was out there. So that's for people that don't think they have a good group of friends or any opportunities in their life because, opportunities out like on the everyday, whether it be like, choosing to go to the gym instead of watching TV or go for a walk instead of watching TV. Like the opportunities out there. It's the people that want to genuinely are interested and they push themselves that succeed in that opportunity mindset. One great example I can think about is like we took a guys trip, I think like 2 months ago before school started. And we were in Maine and we were on the beach and we were just seeing the stars. Man, what a sight to behold. And it was like every second there was a star. Like every like small spot on the sky was covered by stars, right? What a sight to behold. But it wasn't always like that, right? The night like didn't start up like that, and I think that's like how life is, you know? Slowly but slowly as the night progressed or life, the stars were getting there. It was getting brighter and everything. So that's the thing with like people that don't think they have the opportunity. Maybe the opportunity's there, but you just have to wait a little bit too. And being yourself. Sometimes that's what it is. That's what life is, I guess. Opportunity's there, but you just got to wait and be patient. Yeah, just give it a little time, but it's there. You could have, one great example, you could have invested in the stock market during the coronavirus crash, right? The opportunity was there if you kind of knew what you were doing. You didn't have to be a genius to think about like all the tech companies that are still going to be here around 10 years, right? It's just that the people that think that are going to do it aren't actually going to do it, I feel like. It's the people that don't say anything and just quietly do it. I feel like, like you don't have to tell everyone your plans, just tell like a good friend and the friend that's going to support you. And I think that's what you need for the opportunity to succeed. Yeah. But yeah, I think the stars really put it in perspective because later on that night, the clouds were getting there and the stars vanished. But that's also like your chance of life, There's only going to be a few defining moments of your life. Now, when it comes, what are you going to do? One could have been where you're going to school or something. You could have applied to all these schools, but It depends on which one you want to go to. Another would be the person you want to date, right? And it's true what they say. It's like the person that you want to date is going to like be you, sort of. Like, after a while, you like picked up these habits and everything of that other person. Now, whether that be good or bad, like the other person's habits will define how you evolve throughout the relationship. And I think that's so interesting, right? And it could go the same thing with friends. Like if you have a good group of friends that want to like succeed and see you grow, right? That's like your mindset. But if you had like a bad group of friends that like don't like want to do anything with their lives, I'm not saying that's wrong, but like I feel like if you want more than that, I think you need to like grow out of that friend group. And there's nothing wrong with that. You just need different things. That was me cracking my finger right there. I didn't think it's going to pick up, but like, wow, these mics picked up. All right, going back to the friends analogy. And yeah, same thing with like, when you date a person, you pick up their habits. So depending on how that person is around his friends and family, we'll see how you will react to like their life. You could really pick up like sort of like a personality too. So like if they're always like gloomy and stuff and you're always around that, like you might see the world as gloomy stuff too. But it depends on like, everything. But that's the mindset. So like I think the point of this podcast, if I had to say it, is that there's opportunity everywhere. And also like, it depends if you want the opportunity to be there. Yeah, I think that's a really good sum up of this podcast, because like there's opportunity everywhere if you're looking in the right spot. But if you're not looking, what's the point of it being there? The opportunity. That could be whether the opportunity to, learn a new skill, make some money, apply to jobs. I don't know, but that's the point, right? And I think when Richard Branson said that quote, it's like you only get like one shot at it. So if the job recruiter is like, oh, can you do everything, right? But you could do most of it. I think you're confident enough to say yes and learn how to do it, right? You have that time, and if you're dedicated to the cause, you can do it. So I think you need to have a little passion in this opportunity too, Oof. I think that was a deep conversation about opportunity in life and everything. But life will give you opportunities if you're looking for the opportunities. You can't just say you can't watch TV on net, like, you can't watch TV and it says, "Oh, why is my life like this?" Like, no, that's the bad mindset to say. Yeah. I think that's pretty much it for this podcast. Shout out to my international viewers. You know who you are. No one actually reached out to me about making an anthem, so I'm kind of disappointed in those people. I'm talking about you, artists. I don't want to say any names, but kind of sad. All right. So, yeah, I think this is episode 3. And, make sure to follow us on TikTok. I'm going to do a couple of videos of that tonight. I got to think of a few things I want to say, like tags and stuff, but I think opportunities out there. And make sure to be yourself, because I feel like a lot of people, I might have said this earlier, but I feel like a lot of people just are afraid to be themselves because on how other people think. Forget about that, right? Like who's going to judge you? Like someone that's not going to matter to you in like 5 years. Forget about them, honestly. There's a lot of negative people in this world, and you don't need this. Just look at the bright side of things when you think about it. You're listening to my podcast. I think that's a bright side of things. I think, yeah. And the fact that you might be continue listening, so I guess I'm doing something right. The opportunity for me to grow this podcast into, I don't know. The world is your oyster. Remember that. For opportunity, being yourself, and just trying in the mindset, I think. Yeah. I think that's a pretty good podcast for today. So, opportunity, surround yourself with people with like-minded mindsets. I think that's very important to align with your goals and be yourself. I think that would be it. And also, yep, I think that's pretty much it. Thank you guys. Till next time, make sure to follow us Instagram, TikTok, and also if you're one of the artists that I mentioned earlier, whether that be, you know who you are, anyone huge, just give me a ring so we could do this anthem together. Thank you.